Hello, hello, ladies. How are you? As you're jumping on, say hello. Hold on 1 second. I didn't realize how dark that was. But as you're jumping on, say hello to me. And if you're catching the replay, comment #pineapple. I just wanted to jump on here super fast because I think it's very, very important for people to talk about this, especially when people are starting their online business. Or if you feel like you are kind of at like a stale, stuck phase, this could be part of the reason why. So, I know for me, when I entered the online space, I was in network marketing and I was told that I had to show up a certain way. I was told I had to, only talk about certain things or only, you get what I'm saying. And that was all fine and dandy, and my business really grew really fast, but it didn't turn into a sustainable business. And why? Because I wasn't authentic. I wasn't 100% myself. I wasn't being transparent to my audience. And in return, that kind of just came back and kind of just left me feeling stuck, not only with my business, but I felt stuck myself. Like I had done all this personal development work. I was feeling good, comfortable with who I was, and then I kind of lost track of who I was all over again. And it's very, very easy to do. It's very easy to do. So I just want to give you a few tips, and hopefully this will help you know if you have to make a few shifts, or if you're feeling like stuck for content or whatever it may be. Hopefully this will help. So the first tip I want to give you is that you need to show up. Hi, Becky. You need to show up 100% yourself. 100% yourself online. And when you do this, you put out a vibration. You put a vibration out into the universe that draws people who you will vibe with to you. Does this mean that they're going to be jumping in your inbox wanting to buy your stuff? Absolutely not. But it gets you in and attracts the people that you need and want to connect with, to grow your business, to grow friendships, relationships, whatever it may be. By being yourself, you're going to do that naturally. It doesn't take effort. It doesn't have to come from a forceful place, and your people appreciate you. I know most of the time on my live videos, my kids come in and bomb it. Or something comes up and I'm a hot mess. And that's okay. It's okay. I think a lot of times we strive for perfection, like we want to look like we have it all together. But I know especially in the coaching world, what stood out to me when I hired my first coach was how authentic she was. Like she was not scared to say she was having a bad day. She was not scared to talk about the challenges in her life. She wasn't scared of that. And it took a lot of work for me to get to that point, but once I did, it's literally like you're free. You get this sense of like lightness that comes over you because you don't have to think about who am I supposed to be today? What am I supposed to say? What am I not supposed to say? Because you're going to ruffle feathers. You're going to have people that don't really understand your message. You're going to have people that don't understand why you're doing what you're doing. And that's just kind of a part of life. It's kind of part of it. Especially in the online space, there are so many people doing, running a business. But you know what makes you stand out? You. Okay, it's not your product, it's not your service, you. When people are comfortable and they trust you, they're going to want to get to know you more. And they're going to be drawn to your message. They're going to be drawn to the service that you can provide them. And that is when the magic happens. And even as like from a business owner perspective, like the connections I have made with the clients that I work with, it's effortless because I don't want to say picky, but it's true. Like I have decided that I don't want to work with everyone, and I'm going to be picky about the clients that I work with. Why? Because I'm a true believer in energy, and when there's bad energy in like a group setting, or if like we don't really mesh, it's not going to benefit the client and it's not going to benefit me. Like, I never want to just work with someone for the money. It's just not even worth it to me at that point. It's like, if I don't feel a good vibration with you, hi Brittany, or like, think that we can get on the same page and work like effectively together, I'm not going to sign that client. And this is a complete like opposite of what I did with network marketing. In network marketing, I wanted everyone and their brother. I wanted everyone and their brother and their cousins to sign up with me and order their product. But do you know what happened? I ran out of my warm market. I ran into when people would take the product, but they wouldn't like get the results that I was having. Well, that's because it took a lot more to get to where I was than just the product, but I was told not to talk on that point. So when you're authentic and you share your struggles and you share, your story, and you're just transparent and open and not trying to hide anything, you will naturally attract people into your energy, which will in turn raise your vibrations and make it fun. Your business should be fun, okay? And if you're feeling like it's not fun, just take a step back and say, when was the last time I had fun in my business? I know for me too, like for a while I was grasping at things that really weren't aligned with me, but I felt like I had to do it, like in order to attract clients or to have anyone sign up with me, I had to be a certain way. And that was the farthest from the truth. And that's probably the most stuck I have felt since coaching, but it was such a great learning opportunity because it put me in line with what I want to do and what I'm meant to do and what comes natural to me, which is to help uncover those fears and those stories that you're telling yourself that are keeping you in this place of being stuck. Because anyone, regardless of your past, whatever you've been through, whatever labels you've been put on, hi Celtic, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can overcome anything, but you have to be willing to put in the time and the effort and be able... I have a tickle in my throat. I have been like choking on my food all day. Kind of freaks me out. But anyways, yeah, I mean, just people... I'd like to know in the comments if you fear judgment. If you fear judgment, say... I'm afraid of being judged, because I want to give you guys more tips on how to overcome this, because you don't need to be stuck in that place. And I never want anyone to be stuck in that place, because I think that keeps you the farthest from being authentic. And when people don't feel like their business is growing, it's because you're hiding behind this mask of who you're supposed to be instead of who you truly are. Simply because you're afraid of judgment, you're afraid of what someone will say to you, what if they disagree, what if, whatever. I mean, the stories go on and on. So if you are one who fears judgment, let me know. Send me a message. I'd love to help walk you through your beliefs or the story that you're telling yourself so that you can, peel back that first layer. Is it going to solve all your problems? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. As you grow, you are going to... Celtic, I know you do. We're getting there. We're peeling your onion. But as you grow and become more successful in your business, it starts all over again. Like, I've had to revisit this comparison, like comparing myself to other coaches or thinking like I should be doing a certain thing. And it's easy to get stuck in. It's so easy. But I found something that helps me get out of that mindset and puts me back into my creative space where I show up the best, where I'm able to show my true colors, speak my truth, share my story. And hi, Molly. And it's just a really great place to be able to like shift yourself back into. It doesn't require anything external except you having the skill set to bring you back. Bring you back on the love track. I always say we're on two trains. Our life has two trains. You have the love train and you have the hell train. And a lot of times, or sometimes, you can get derailed onto the hell train, but it's possible to build up your expertise and your skill set to be able to get back on the love train where things feel right, where things are effortless, where you're having fun, where you're just you become a magnet. You literally become a magnet. And I've seen this over and over and over again. Even with my clients that I work with, I have one who, she was terrified of being judged. And today I saw her very first TikTok and she crushed it. And I could just feel her happiness and her vibrations coming through my phone. Like it's magic. But it takes work to get to that point. And that's usually the first thing that I have to help people get through. And it's usually the stickiest and the most difficult. So I want to be able to give you guys value in here if you're struggling with that or whatever fear you are struggling with. Because God, I lived by fear. I fear controlled my life. I would create stories in my head to put myself into panic. And this kind of comes with what's going on in the media today. I mean, you guys, people are going crazy. People are going nuts. And and I understand, like, it's serious and we need to take precautions and we need to do whatever to protect ourselves and our family. But at the same time, you can't stop living your life just because of fear. Don't let fear drive where you go in your life or what you do. Is it there for a reason? Absolutely. But no matter how much you worry, no matter how much you prepare, no matter how much you are watching, the news and whatever, social media, it's still going to come. And you're still going to be okay on the other side. And again, I am not dismissing the seriousness of what's going on. What I'm saying is that there's things in our life that we can control and there's things that we can't control. And while we can control that to an extent, the paranoia and the panic that I'm seeing is like above and beyond the control that we have. And we don't want to we don't want to add to the fear. Like, I had to have a really extensive conversation with Peyton about it because he's had like a head cold for a few weeks and he thought last night that he had corona. And I had to tell him, like, buddy, it's not like that. I mean, it's not like you get this and you're going to die. Some people, absolutely. Some people, with weak immune systems or the elderly or young kids, absolutely it's more dangerous for them. But it just shows you how powerful the media is and how, especially like kids today. Like, I am so grateful I didn't have social media as a kid because I cannot imagine how loud that was. I feared judgment as it was just because of Mean Girls from like high school and middle school and elementary school. God, I did not like girls. I didn't. Hi, Cindy. I did not like girls. They were mean. They were like, I would take everything they say like it was like the Holy Grail. So I can't imagine what these kids today are dealing with. Like with how, I mean, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But what I'm getting at is that you are in control of the path that you choose to take. And you can either fear judgment, fear the unknown, fear whatever it may be, and stay where you're at because it's comfortable. Or you can look at that fear and really get to the cause of it. Like, what is causing that fear? Is it something you were told as a kid? Is it a belief that you just kind of took on as your own, but you don't feel right with it? I know a lot of mine turned out like that. So it's breaking it down and just taking on life as it comes and know that life isn't happening to you. Life is happening for you. Life is happening for you. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't, be cautious. Of course you should be cautious. But don't let that drive your life, I guess is what I'm getting at. Because it's not going to do you any good, and it's just going to cause you anxiety, and you're going to miss a lot of beautiful things that will happen in that time frame that you're totally going to overlook because you're so absorbed in this anxiety and the noise surrounding you. So if you are struggling with that, or you feel like, should I be panicking? I had that moment, like, should I be a little more scared? I don't know. But I work at Mayo, like, and we had our first confirmed case supposedly yesterday, but word on the street it was much earlier than that. Am I nervous? Yeah. Do I touch handrails? Absolutely not. Am I washing my hands constantly? Absolutely. Did I message my sister, who I'm going to her house this weekend, and I told her, like, we had our first coronavirus case at Mayo, and she's like, please. I mean, you know, but it's not it's just, you're not able to control it. You're not able to control it. So just be cautious and stay safe, and everything is going to work out in the end. This kind of veered way off in the other direction. But the bottom line is, you're not going to be able to please everyone. And you may not like to hear that, but it's true. You're not going to be appealing to everyone. Not everyone's going to think your message is important, but that doesn't matter. And that shouldn't keep you from sharing your story and sharing your service, because there's people out there who need you and they're waiting to hear your story. And once they hear it, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful because it's so effortless. It was needed though. Helped me a lot. Let's see. I'm flipping out because I have 2 toddlers who have a sneeze, end up in the ER, so I'm not so worried about myself, but panic and fear being driven by my overwhelming feeling that I need to protect the children and possibly can't. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's scary. Of course we want to protect our kids. Was my first reaction like, screw it, I'm pulling my kids out of school, I'm not going to work, like, we're staying quarantined. That was my first reaction. But then I got thinking, like, it's not going to help the matter by panicking. Nothing that happens is going to help or be better because you panic or act in like, because you guys, we manifest, okay? We manifest constantly. Whether you know it or not, you are manifesting every single day. Are you manifesting good or are you manifesting bad? For me, I've manifested bad for years. Like, I would focus on something so heavily that it would become reality because I was manifesting it. But instead, when you look at the world as, no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be able to take care of my kids if this were to come along. I know I'm aware enough to know if red flags come up where I can have them seek medical attention if needed, and everything's going to be okay. And so just take a deep breath. Get off social media for a while if you need to. I'm not saying don't pay attention, but don't allow yourself to like have an ulcer because of what you see on the internet. I mean, I watched some videos that doctors put together on the coronavirus today from Mayo, and I feel a lot better about it. Like, yeah, it's serious, and it's not something to be taken lightly, but at the same time, wash your hands. Don't touch handrails and then suck on your fingers or touch your face. Keep your hands off your face if you can. Just practice good hygiene, and you guys, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Is it going to be a shit show? Absolutely. Absolutely. But just bring it in. Think of something positive. Celtic. Really? I thought manifesting was intentional. That's deep. Yes, right? No. You guys, you literally manifest every single day. All of us manifest. Always. You are always manifesting. And no, it's not always intentional. This is why mindset work is so important, and to get to the root cause of what you're struggling with, because you could believe like, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to, be wealthy, whatever it may be. This is just my example because I manifested negative financial shit for a very, very long time, I was sitting here and saying, yeah, I've got this. Everything's going to be fine. But really, in my subconscious, I didn't believe that. And that created resistance. And when you have resistance, you're not going to manifest what you want. You're going to be manifesting what you don't want. And so it can be good or bad. And this is why it's so, so important. Like if you are sitting here thinking, I'm going to be sick, I'm going to be sick, I'm going to be sick, I'm going to catch it, I'm going to catch it, you will catch it. You will catch it. You will literally create that reality in your life. You are 100% in control of what happens in your life to an extent. Do roadblocks come up that keep things from happening? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, you are in control. And that is what the power of mindset work and reprogramming your mindset does. I never believed it either until it started becoming my reality. It started to become my reality. I have a parking, like something really small. I park in the ramp for work, and my card wasn't working for a long time. So I was going to have to like park at another ramp and then get my new card, blah, blah, like it was going to be this big hassle. But on my way to work the other day, I was like, my card's going to work. It's going to work today. My card's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to work. I get to the ramp, the freaking card works. Okay? It's powerful. It's powerful, but you have to learn how to do it. It's not even necessarily right, but from a place that you truly believe what you are manifesting is going to be your reality. Living as if it's already here. And it's amazing stuff. It's amazing. Angel says, I know we talk about life and death being in the power of the tongue, and it just hit me. That's manifesting, and my mind is blown. Yep. Had an aha moment, and it's not even Free Coaching Friday. Thank you. Wow. Oh, good, Angel. I'm so glad. Sometimes you just have to hear something like a different way, and it clicks. Manifesting was kind of hard for me to grasp because I had so much junk built up, like soap scum on my subconscious. Like I had such deep beliefs about what is true. And also another little quick mind-blowing tip here, try not to focus on what you don't want. So for example, I don't want debt. Our subconscious doesn't understand like I don't or I can't. It doesn't understand that. So you can't focus on what you don't want. I don't, like, manifesting wouldn't be, I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be sick. Because what you're going to be manifesting is becoming sick. So the trick is to be from a place that you're already there. I am healthy and will be okay no matter what. It's powerful and it works. It works. Just like my parking card. I know the parking card, this card's going to work. The card's going to work. The card's going to work. And it worked. Some things are instant, some things aren't. But if you release the outcome, and that's what I did too. Like, if it didn't work, oh well, I was already ready to deal with the chaos. So I released the outcome, I released the timeline, and I just believed that it was going to be true. And it was true, and it worked. So that is all. I love you all very, very much. If you have questions or you want to chat, message me. I would love. Good. I'm so glad. Then that makes this live all worth it. And if you have questions or want to chat more, or if you want more information like this, I love to do release the outcome. I know, Angel. One book, Angel, that you would really, really like is It's Not Your Money. I've talked about it before. It's so good. And it's all about, it has like the idea around money, but it's all about surrendering to the universe and trusting that it's not up to you to determine outcomes. And it really helped me detach from the outcome because I'm such a control freak. I like to know, and the unknown scares me. But I got to a place where I trust the process. I trust the universe. I trust that everything is going to be okay. And that in itself released so much anxiety in my life that I can't even explain it. But more to come on this. I love talking this topic. It has changed my life in so many ways. But we have to go to gymnastics, so I have to jump on. But I love you all so, so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.